Paul came up from the bottom and has negotiated $2 billion worth of deals. Wish he represented me, man. Yes, seriously.
Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Ho.
He's what they call a super agent.
He's like the second most important person in the NBA, and he ain't even a player.
He represents some of the top flight players in the game.
LeBron, Ben Simmons,
John Wall,
Tristan Thompson, Anthony Davis,
Eric Bledsoe,
Lonzo Ball.
If I played in the NBA, I'm obviously white, I would want him to be my agent because he's top drawer.
Klutch Sports decides who wins the championship.
Rich Paul has upset the apple cart.
Ain't no other agent doing stuff like that, bro.
Boy, oh boy, does the old guard hate Rich Paul. He has taken a position of unusual power within the league. It is making a lot of people uncomfortable.
How much of this has to do with the fact that we are talking about an African-American super agent?
They're taking the power back into their own hands.
There's something special about what Rich Paul and Klutch do to get players NBA ready. He's not afraid to be different, and it works.
This is peppermint tea for the one and only Rich Paul. Rich doesn't drink coffee. He doesn't need it. He gets 5 hours of sleep a night and acts like he had 12 hours of rest. It's wild. Rich likes the sweetest tea of all time. I put a bunch of sugar in it, and then when I think I've hit the max amount of sugar I can put in it, I add one more, and then it's perfect. That's seriously how much I'm put in.
You sleep at 9:30. You go to bed too early. I'm gonna have Georgia reach out to you, and then she'll put it on the schedule. Okay.
Okay, let me just walk you through your day. 10 a.m. Zoom with the Bulls, just an intro to their personnel team. And then 10:30 is your Zoom with Adidas. Hour-and-a-half break, and then you have lunch with Jeremy Zimmer, Omar, Trae Young, and Brian Robbins at the Waldorf. And then we have that internal agent meeting at 3 p.m. that we're all gonna do at the house. And then I'm currently working on a spreadsheet that I can share with everyone that we can all use to monitor their team workouts.
Our business is not just representing basketball players and football players. Our business is holistically representing young men that happen to be able to play a sport at a high level, which is why I don't feel we're in competition with anybody. We are an acquired taste. This year is gonna work a little bit different because I wanna just have all eyes on the workout schedules. As we get closer to the end of the draft schedule, guys gonna start shifting on the board. Days gonna get bunched up. As an agent, there's a competitive thing. You want every #1 pick, but every #1 pick doesn't mean that that's the #1 person for you. And so, once we started to get that, now we just roll it.
Rich actually approaches representation of his clients as a true family. Like the love, care, attention to detail, time, effort, thoughtfulness that he puts into each one of them is inspiring, honestly. I think everyone reads the headlines and just sees him as this kind of powerful entity in the sports space that's probably callous and super competitive and just focused on like global domination. But if you are on Rich's team, he is probably the most thoughtful, caring, loyal friend, colleague, however you want to phrase it, you can have. He will always champion you if you are on his team. If you're not on his team, good luck.
What up, Mike Will? Now, Swiss sent me that. Yeah, I was with him last night. We know the competition can't buy what we have. Culture can't buy that. And it irks them to no end. Man, I'm good, for real. I'm gonna work out at like 7. All right.
You're working out at 7 tomorrow?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Why?
So early.
Hey, early bird get the worm. When you think about that word, agent, it comes with a tang to it. Now, put agent next to the black face and tell me what it comes with. people think everybody that looked like you is trying to scheme or scam or get over in some capacity. So by the time a Rich Paul come along, it's went from a molehill to a mountain of challenges. The reason why I talk about those barriers and those walls that's built is because I plan on knocking them down. What you think I went into it for, money? Oh, no, it is to be disruptive. That's a threat to the industry.
Hey guys, thanks for coming out. It's always great to see you guys together like this. We have a really big task ahead of us. Our biggest draft class yet. We have 6 players. We have the most critical 90 days, as you can imagine, in front of us. It's gonna take a team effort. All of you guys have a role to play, and I wanna play it to perfection. So let's just make sure we ask questions, communicate, over-communicate, because at the end of the day, it's new for the families. We do this every year, so the expectation on us as a company is going to be, we know what the hell we're doing. So let's just have that understanding, and let's get the job done the Klutch way. So today I want to take you guys through each client, starting with Terrence Clarke, who's a guy I think that although he didn't have the best season, is extremely talented and someone who's going to be a very good pro for a long time.
Clarke floats it and hits it. Terrence Clarke. This is a shot.
He's a guy that's going to want to hear you encourage him, given how his season ended. He has the body, he has the size, he has the skill set. And unlike most players, he has the heart. So, looking forward to that. Brandon, can you take us through BJ?
BJ Boston, a great kid. He's coming from Sierra Canyon, went to Kentucky with Terrence.
Boston scoops it up and in. How about that?
Has a great family dynamic. He'll be living with his sister here in LA.
BJ Boston is the top 3 talent that people saw at Sierra Canyon and AAU prior. Not kind of, a down year at Kentucky. Just, it was a strange year, COVID in general, right? Everyone was adjusting to the new normal, so I think that's an easy story to tell. I think he is a top talent, and I think that's kind of the messaging we'll push to these teams as we get closer to the draft day.
And another guy who I think is going to be a great fit is Moody.
Kick out to Moody. Dribbling a pull-up.
Swerving down low. Shot here by Moody.
Moses Moody, he was very highly regarded as a freshman coming in.
He's already ahead of the 8 ball, if that's a saying. Like, there's not a lot of making up he'll have to do. Like, he's so buttoned up and well-rounded that I think we'll be fine there. So I'm not really concerned in that part.
Yeah, I agree with Omar on that. Lucas, can you give us a little bit about JALEN?
So JALEN Johnson, he's coming in from Duke. Super athlete, 6'9", big guard type forward player, can do it all. As a person, very quiet. During this process, we're really gonna have to help him get through explaining his decisions and what he did as far as leaving Duke early and such. So going into these meetings, he's confident in who he is, the decisions he made, and showing teams, look, I'm ready to take that next step. His younger and older brother will be coming out with him. His younger brother will be going to USC. His older brother is going to play a role within his development from now until his life at the NBA level.
Obviously, he's coming into more of a manager role, I imagine, so.
Yeah.
Are they expecting us to give him any pointers?
I think the expectation with his older brother, Rod Jr., is to learn the business. So he's understanding of when things and decisions are made by us, his representation. He knows why, and he can help the family understand those things.
Let's make sure we stay connected on that, and then take us through Kai.
Kai Jones, really good kid, great personality, 7 foot, really exciting player.
Kai Jones, look out! He is the best in the country, in my humble opinion, at making plays on both ends of the floor.
Very athletic, vibrant personality. We're really gonna help him understand a little bit more, the schematics of the game and such, the spacing on the floor, using his athletic ability, his ability to shoot to really expand his game and show what he can do on the NBA level. His family's in the Bahamas. They're gonna be kind of checking in more and more by phone and such. Dad will travel a little bit. We're gonna have to work with Mom to get her cleared for her visa and be able to be at the draft, so that's something we're gonna kind of focus on.
Okay, perfect, because I think he'll probably get invited to the draft. I know she'll want to be there. And then I'll touch on Scottie. Obviously, he's our biggest wild card. Early on, great at AAU, came out All-American, went to Florida.
Lewis, he'll throw it now. He has put on a show here in the first half with some dramatic highlight-worthy plays.
Year one didn't really go the way he wanted to go. Year two is a COVID year, so there is some things there that probably hindered him from having the success he probably wanted to have. But he's probably one of the most athletic guys in the draft. Got the biggest hill to climb. And he's not coming in here thinking like, oh, if I sign with Klutch, they're gonna get me in the lottery. He's not thinking that. He knows exactly what's in front of him. Where they go in the draft, it is what it is, right? Sometimes teams miss. That's part of the business, so we can't really worry about that. But in addition to the basketball aspect of it, let's help them become better men. And just to wrap, look, ultimately we have one goal as a unit, to give these guys a starting point within their professional career. All we want them to do is attain an opportunity, and it's up to them to take advantage of that opportunity, and I believe they will. Every year, every draft class has its own set of challenges. You know, every year's different. Some guys finish on the high, some guys finish on the low. And ultimately, it's our job to try to help them have clarity going into this process. But then there's situations in which life happens.
Tragic news out of Los Angeles. We've learned former Kentucky guard Terrence Clarke.
Terrence Clarke. Former Wildcat Terrence Clarke.
Died in a car crash.
Killed in a car accident in California Thursday.
Terrence Clarke was just 19 years old.
Sometimes life just comes at you in ways that you just can't prepare for.
Kentucky basketball standout Terrence Clarke has died after a car crash in Northridge.
At just 19 years old, the freshman guard was preparing for the NBA draft. Just yesterday, signing with major sports agency Klutch Sports before tragedy struck.
I was on a Zoom call, and my phone kept ringing. It rang 4 times in a row.
We was actually in the gym, me, him, his mom, his uncle, his little brother. Got done working out, we leaving, about to get in the car. We're actually laughing and joking with his mom. Driving, we're not even 2 lights down, we're 1 light down. I just look him, I just so happen to look through my rear view as I go through the light. He's right behind me. He goes. Car's pulling out. He tries to swerve out, but it's like too late. I'm just like, oh. Bust a U-turn real fast, left my car in the middle of the street, door open and everything, just ran to his car. It's just me and him, like, at this point. I open all his doors, I'm like, just shaking him, like, bro, get up, like, wake up, bro. And then his mom is right behind him, so she passes us 2 minutes after that.
When I swipe open my phone for that FaceTime, all I hear is his mom screaming my name. You know, the sharpness of that scream gave off so much pain and hurt. She turned that camera around and showed me that car, and she showed me him. At that point, my mind went blank.
He just took his last breath right there, just put his head back. I'm like, dang.
Just a hard, hard pill to swallow.
Hey, Honcho, be great, be you, be better than yesterday, and never dim your lights for anyone. So I say to myself every morning, look at my brother right here, TC. Because like his goals, we had the same exact goals. And this is like, everything we're doing right now is exactly what he wanted. He talked about that every day. I couldn't wait, I can't wait, I can't wait. Well, that's all he wanted, is to get here, take care of his people. Like, am I getting that massage at 4? I don't think I'm gonna have enough time. My sister, that's my dog. She gonna actually be my manager, head assistant, wherever I go.
It's 2 o'clock now. You gotta go somewhere at 6.
Yeah, we got E there at 6.
I didn't move in with BJ until Terrence passed. I think part of it was he didn't want to be alone. I didn't know like how he would recover from it. It's kind of like you watched your best friend like just yeah.
You know, that's where it happened at.
Yeah, I drove past one day and then, you know the white fence that was there? It was bent back and then I seen flowers and I was like, that's where it must have happened.
Crazy. But it just, when I ride past it, it just bring that whole, like it play back. Play for play. I know him. Like, I know him as a person. A lot of people don't know him as a person. They just know him on a basketball court. We push each other. We motivated each other to be better.
And he gives it right back. Good hands by Terrence Clarke. Head of the pack, Boston. And he finishes over Golden.
And when you down, we gonna uplift each other. It was genuine, pure love. I was heartbroken, really. I still am.
I'm going at you today, Mo. You know. Mo, we got your middle name, too. I'm gonna call his dad right now. They'll get me on camera, call it. Look. These kids really did a lot of work to get to this point. So when these guys get to me, we're only trying to get better. Oh, what up? We wanna make sure that we find out exactly what he's gonna need so he can be ready, not only to be drafted, but for summer league and then right into the NBA season.
Came out the hood, now that trunk got a hood, and I crank up the car with no key. That's thug. Oh, no, it's gonna.
Kai personality fills the room.
Hey!
His energy's like through the roof, but he's a dog. He'll cut your head off.
720, let's get straight to it.
There it is! Ha! He broke the rim! Hey! Jalen has probably been playing out of position his whole life. Finish! Ah! Good. What we're improving is his shooting, hand placements, and his shooting mechanics. Take that thumb out. Brandon, he's more like the free flow guy. He shoots it well, he can pass it. Monty, if anything, I want to see him play with more tenacity. Good pass.
Good play. Way to play, BJ.
Moses is unique because he possesses a skill set that's like already kind of polished.
Way to talk to him, Mo.
And so where I'm connected with him is mentally. I want Joe the ball making plays for everybody. So just kind of be aware like the game got away when you didn't have the basketball.
9, 8, 7.
Scottie is very intelligent. He's concerned with the detail. He could become one of the better defenders in the NBA because of the IQ.
If there's a double screen and we're in the action, he has to come all the way over. You would drop and take his man, then I'm the last rotation.
Nice. Oh! You got it, Jalen. Watch your back, Jalen.
Good move. 11-9. These kids are super talented, and when I say talented, they already submitted to excellence. Finish. Oh, good. We don't have one guy that's not willing to sacrifice everything. Got it. Great job, man. because they're ready to show the world what they really can do. Cut. Good hands. Good hands, boy. Oh!
One thing about the training process is always difficult. We try to have the players focus as much as they can in a very short period of time. There's anxiousness, but there's also distractions.
No! Get that out of here. There we go. Let's get water. Great job.
With the loss of Terrence, it's going to be extremely difficult for all the guys going forward. And ultimately, although they have us as an extended family to help them through this difficult time, realistically, it's going to be up to them.
Y'all know the schedule for tomorrow, right? 5:30 a.m. ain't for everybody, but it's for us. Clutch on 3. 1, 2, 3. Clutch.
Although this is a process for the players, this is also a process for the family members as well. This is their first time going through it, just like it is for each player. We really take this very seriously, as we know that any advice you give to a young man, especially a 18, 19-year-old, they're gonna always go back to the family. I really would just want to say I appreciate the opportunity. Obviously, we do it as a company. Me being kind of like the lead guy in recruiting Moses, I never take these situations for granted because every year is different for us.
Of course, obviously, number one, he's gotten himself to this point, the work he's willing to put in and willing to do with our support and all. And so from here, we feel like we're, you know, kind of turning them over. And
you know what? I feel that responsibility. And as parents, you guys are entrusting in us to be an extended part of what you guys have already laid down in terms of the foundation. And the young men have to understand that as well.
I consider that to be one of those biggest characteristics, that self-discipline and determination.
Like, he cut out sodas at 5th grade by himself.
He would throw sodas, our sodas out. Like, I'm not an athlete, so I drink soda.
Right.
He ran at pouring them out. You know, you go to a restaurant, if he ordered first, he ordered water for everybody.
Yeah, he still ordered water.
Yeah.
Ready, set? 1, 2. He was honestly probably always responsible. Like, when we were, like, real young, if my dad or somebody told us to clean up before they get back to the house, he gets his half of the room cleaned. He's like, so what were you doing? I was like, just being a normal kid. It was almost like he was older than he really was.
Coming up, I wasn't the best player in Arkansas. I wasn't the best player in Little Rock. I wasn't the best player on my team or none of that. I wasn't a McDonald's All-American, a Jordan Brand Classic. I ain't make none of those. Now that I'm getting some recognition, my mindset haven't changed. I'm still at the bottom.
Yeah, this year I'm at it again. Back to the rapping and packing events. That I would be dapping, was talking and laughing. I ain't seen that happening since. I get the bag and then pass it to friends. Had to the back and the back of the Benz.
Little Rock is tough already. You wasn't getting on the court if you didn't have any toughness in you. Anytime we would go out and play, my dad would tell me not to let him come back in unless he's crying. Grew that dog mentality from it. Instilling that in them early was very important. Now we don't take anything from anybody.
From an early age, I always had perspective. It's always gonna be somebody with more, it's always gonna be somebody with less. But what does that actually mean? We've seen people with a whole lot, but their character resembles a very little. We've seen people with very little, and their character resembles a whole lot. Integrity matters.
Hey, Mom.
Hey, Scottie, what's up?
Nothing. Just finished rehab right now.
Okay, so how your workouts been going?
Just kind of fatigued for the end of the week. I'm in a unique position where I'm just the underdog amongst top players.
Yeah.
And, you know, I've always kind of been up there. So, I'm fighting right now.
I know you're going through a lot emotionally and mentally, you know, but you know, I'm always here, a phone call away.
Thank you. Yeah, we moving along. I was in elementary school, a PS111 in the Bronx. This program, Valley Tech, they'd come to pick me up from school, and I just danced in a white tee, some socks. No, it wasn't socks. We had dancing shoes at the time. and some undies. Go ahead, bro, because you're tripping. The majority of my life I lived with my mom. She raised 5 boys, for the most part on her own. Constant wonder, like, where we're gonna sleep. Like, I've lived in multiple homeless shelters before. It was probably hard. Like, I didn't know it was hard. That was just normal for me. So probably if I didn't, like, end up moving to Georgia with my dad, I don't know. There's a chance I would have been doing something differently. It was always like, I want to be the greatest player ever. Even when I was ranked #1, like, in the country, like, I wanted more. Hoop Summit, McDonald's All-American, every invitational camp, every invitational workout, like, top 25 my entire high school career. Everything I wanted, I had, like, reached by my senior year. So, went to Florida, and I failed.
Lewis. He comes up short.
I went back for a second year of college, and I failed again.
Scottie Lewis has shot more air balls than he has made baskets today.
I was projected to be top 10 freshman of the year. To be in a position now where I'm fighting to even get drafted, it's probably one of the more humbling things I've experienced.
At one point this season, Scottie Lewis was penciled in as a starter every game. Last 4 now, he hasn't started. His minutes have diminished.
I just don't ever want to go back to that place. So, like, every day, like, there's a sense of urgency that, like, come with everything that I do. I think that's why I'm so hard on myself, because I've been there. I've been there.
Which way do we go?
I don't know where we go. Follow everybody else, might as well.
I never would have thought we would all be in Los Angeles, right? LA right now. Like, it's crazy just like how Kobe's going to USC 20 minutes down the road. I'm out here training, preparing myself for the draft, and my brother just got done with school. Like, instead of looking for a job, like, why not work with your brother and be with your brother every day? So, and he's gonna be helping me now in my career. There's no one else like you would rather have other than your own family.
What hoopers do we think we got out here? They be fighting, you can tell.
What's your name, man? Jalen.
Jalen what?
Johnson.
No, it's different. It's different in Wisconsin. Just everything about it. So we just in awe about it. Everything really.
He got a snake on it.
He got a snake.
Yo, they are just wildin'. Go touch that, Kobe. Go touch
Kobe, go touch it.
I can't do that.
Yeah, nah.
I ain't messing with that.
This is how you man up, man.
Nah, no, it's not. No, it's not.
Keep getting this, bro.
I just do your job.
You learning. Oh, no.
My ass.
I ain't trying to sound like a mom or nothing, but where are the helmets? Damn.
It feels great just being with them, spending a lot of time with them.
Living life. Man, we out of LA, baby. No complaint.
No complaints.
This ain't Lake Michigan.
Majority of my time off the court, I'm at the house chilling with them, so it's really been fun. Just continuously bonding, just chilling, just doing what brothers do.
Southern Prairie, Wisconsin to Los Angeles, California. Who would have thought?
Starting our professional careers, Kobe starting his college career.
You started your agency career?
Learning, taking it step by step. For my mom, for my dad, like, it's just really for them, like, at the end of the day, because, like, they sacrificed so much for me and my brothers to just play basketball and do what we love to do. I'm not taking this for granted.
Everybody think they pros growing up, right? In high school, college. But this is the first time you're gonna step on this floor and everyone on the floor is a pro. How do you have production? Well, you have to develop a routine. You have to find the importance of your rest, the importance of your flexibility, your intake of certain foods, because guess what? You're not, but we're doing this again next year. There's gonna be another draft class next year coming to a team near you. So how do you evolve?
Right now, these guys are on a 4,000 calorie a day diet. From the moment we start this camp, everyone involved, we're all on the same mission. Getting these guys, putting them in the best shape, best position they could be in for their next journey. We're all in this together.
Good morning, man. It's good, man. It's good. Good to see you, yeah. Good to see you. Good to see you, too. Good to see you back. Welcome back.
What we got?
Got your
Omelet?
Yep. Ham and cheese omelet, pancakes, turkey sausage, and a bowl of fruit.
For me to get into the NBA, I want to be well nourished, and I want to be a strong player so that I can impose my will on the defenders. It's not about being heavy and big. It's about eating the right foods and eating like enough food.
How your body feel?
Better over the past 2 days. Ankle's a little sore.
Yeah.
But overall, I feel good. When I got to LA, I was like 216 pounds. I really don't have a goal in mind. Like, I guess at some point they're gonna be like, all right, you don't have to gain anymore, but I'm kind of just eating, just try to keep getting bigger every day. I have like an oatmeal before I train. After that 6 a.m. workout, I come back, I have an omelet, some French toast, bacon. And then before I go work out the second time, I'll get a smoothie and a couple ginger shots. After that second workout, I'll go get like Chipotle. And then I'll get a chocolate milk. This is the key, like a big jug of chocolate milk. Then I go home and I eat the lunch the chef brought, and then I'll eat dinner the chef brought. I am for sure eating more than I ever have in my life. I love salad, though.
Bro, you inhaled it.
I wish I had more. My family lives in the Bahamas right now. My mom and my dad separated when I was about 2 years old. Me and my mom was like close when I was young. We have a very like just natural bond. Hello?
Hey.
Hey, mommy.
What's his name?
Everything good? Just eating breakfast. How about you?
Not too bad. Trying to get some stuff sorted out.
You mean the visa?
Yeah, well, you know, I have to do an application. So I'm gonna get someone to help me get that sorted out.
Mm-hmm.
Because right now the appointment dates are looking really, really far away. So that doesn't help.
Far away, like after the draft?
Like after the draft.
Oh, wow. My mom's visa got canceled a couple years ago when we went back to the Bahamas for a little bit. She was trying to come back, and they felt like she overstayed, and she can't travel to the States right now. I haven't been with my mom here in the States since I was 16. It's hard for her to miss my graduation, miss like my first college game, miss the Big 12 championship, miss the NCAA tournament. Like, she's missing me, like, experience my dreams, so it's tough for her.
Why didn't bring us this far?
For no reason, facts.
For no reason.
Yeah, it's gonna work
Leave
out.
us like this now.
Exactly.
So we just in trust.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll be rocking with Jesus.
No cap. All right, then. I'll hit you later. Love you.
All right, love you too.
All right.
On my way to Boston for my boy's funeral. My head is all over the place, I'm not even gonna lie. This one hit me hard.
It's just sad, bro. It's just sad. I'm gonna definitely cry for sure.
How you doing?
I'm good, I'm good.
It still feels like he's with us every day, to be honest.
It's gonna be tough for Brandon, because he was right there. He was driving right in front of him.
You watched your best friend lose the chance to even make it. You can see that pain.
This kid's 19, man. His whole life in front of him. It's different, you know? It's just different. This was one I couldn't fix, and it hurt so bad. Like, it hurt. Literally the roughest day of my life. How do we get through this?
gonna hurt seeing him like in that casket. Probably gonna become even more realer than what it is.
I can only imagine what BJ was going through. You know, I was just trying to be there for him, you know? Like, that was his best friend. That was his right-hand man, for real. It's tough. Just seeing it, all the memories are just running back in my mind. Like, all the conversations, everything we talked about, everything we did.
You okay?
It just ran back in my mind, and it was like, it all came back at once.
O great Jehovah, we come before you this day, recognizing that if there would ever be a moment or a time where we need you, it is now. We turn this moment over to you. We place it in your hands. Father, be with us. From the ends of the earth, hear my cry, O God. When my heart is overwhelmed, lead me to the rock. The true test of success is not that you don't go through troubles or trials or adversities. It's the knowledge and the assurance that even when you go through the storm, our God is still with us. It is not about how many years you live on this earth. The Lord is measuring what you do with the time that you have.
Just lowering him to the ground, that was devastating to me. Like, my best friend, like, really is not here again. Like, it really rips your heart out. Like, I'm heartbroken, really. You could look at BJ right now and it'll look like nothing's wrong, but you know, just the fact that, like, he knows he's missing his best friend, you know, a piece of him is missing. I know Rich, he's struggling too.
It was extremely tough for all of us, and still is, you know, still is. As time goes on, you know, you try to kind of continue to move forward. And we know that Terrence would want us to move forward, his family wants us to move forward. They have to move forward. It's just hard. Now I gotta face this in this moment. I gotta be strong now, right? It's family, my team, all of me becomes a support system for them. That's just the seat I sit in. And when you sit in that seat, that's the responsibility that you have to take. Just a few weeks before the draft, everyone has a job to do.
We gotta introduce you. Come here.
The EKG had some spikes.
A normal doctor would have just thought I was having a heart attack.
Any regrets about going to Duke?
The Klutch Pro Day is a nationally televised showcase.
This is exactly where he wanted to be.
Welcome to the 2021 NBA Draft.
I'm in the room with my family, and I don't know if I'm gonna get drafted.
Let's go make that happen, bro.
There is a significant chance of their name not being called.